a beautiful morning here in the Yukon Territory. Springtime at last. Everything's melting off very nicely. And with that always comes a spring projects. So today I have the incredibly fun task of taking the wooden box canopy that I made on my Dodge off the Dodge. And you know how it goes, things you build, you have this intent that you're going to make it in a way that it comes off in a certain way, but as we all know, we get carried away and we cut certain corners and that doesn't happen quite that way. So I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen today. Alright, so here's the box that I had built for this truck. It's had two stages to it. Originally it was just a bolt holder, and over winter time I ended up closing in the sides so that when we came back from our long trips our stuff wasn't covered in snow and so on. So anyways, this truck is now dead. It's ready for parts, so I am taking this off because this will work as a good little boat stand for in the yard, play for it for the kids, and you know, place to put some nice lumber. Plus, like, with today's lumber prices, my goodness, this is like a small fortune worth of treated lumber, and I kind of want to keep it. So my problem in here is that while I built this all loose and mostly non-secured, those front two posts in there are actually cut in to that box liner, so I'm trying to just lift it up with this jack and hopefully get it high enough and then roll her out past that point. But you know, it's an ambitious goal, so let's see what happens. Well, it's just gonna move. Okay, so she is gonna go if I lift from the front, but these fronts are digging in pretty hard, so I'm just gonna slip something under there, make them a little more slippery. So plastic slides best on plastic, maybe. Now we're gonna change the location of the rollers. We'll bring that to the front now. It's pretty darn tight here because it comes out a bit, and this is made to set in to the box on the inside, so it might be too tight, might not. I just wanted to make sure it was up and above this hole though, so if it does push in through, it doesn't like jam itself in there. But let's go give her a try again and see what happens. I have an idea. I only gotta get one side over the edge at a time, so time for some sketchy. And by sketchy, I mean sketchy. So the goal here is to get one of those legs up and over, and the rest of it should be like pretty clear to pop through. I'm almost 100% certain this is gonna get really bad. This was really frustrating. As I was lifting and pulling from the front, I could feel that it wanted to go, but of course, not being able to see this side of it, I couldn't see that it was jammed up in the corner. From this point on, it became a game of prying back and forth, finding the spots that were being hooked up, and just gently lifting it and pulling it to where it should be. I had to move the jack up to the front to get it off the wheel well, and at this point, she was ready to go down. Okay, now she's jacked up, and she should just pull out. My hardest hurdle here is to not let it hit the ground hard though, because that is a lot of weight, but let's give her. I was so nervous here. The weight was a lot more than I expected, but I was also impressed that I could manage the weight. I did drop it down fairly gently, and it is a good testament to how well built this thing is. It did not shift in the slightest. leveled up the toolbox too. These kids now have their own little table fort here, and he's been all over it, and when his big brother gets home, he is gonna love this. We've got the little sides all popped up. Has little windows. Well, thanks for joining me on this incredibly sketch adventure, but she's done. It may have been done in an extremely interesting way, but it's done, and now she gets to start my life. Awesome.